Good morning. My name is JB Dr. Vishal Saxena, and today I am going to take a lecture on the module range and mean deviation. And as we know that here, all of us see the range and mean deviation are the parts of the measure of dispersion. So first we take the definition of range. What is meaning of range? A range is the most common and easily understandable measure of dispersion. It is the difference between two extreme observations of the data set, and if x maximum and x minimum are the two extreme observations, then range is defined as x maximum minus x minimum. So the range is the difference between the two observations, and the two observations are, one is maximum and one is the minimum from the data set. So range is equal to x maximum minus x minimum, and the coefficient of range is given by x maximum minus x minimum and whole divided by x maximum plus x minimum. So these are the formulas to find the range and the coefficient of range. Example, suppose we have the data set 88, 89, 89, 89, 90, 91, 91, 91 and 92. So in this question here, if we have to find the range, then we have to observe here which is the highest data and which is the lowest data. So the highest data, that means the maximum data, is here 92, while the minimum data is here 88. So by the formula of range is equal to maximum data minus minimum data. So this is 92 minus 88, and which is equal to 4. In another example, if we take the data set 71, 83, 85, 86, 90, 95, 100, 100 and then 100. So range is given by, again by the same formula. It is the difference of the two observations. One is the largest and one is the smallest. So in the given data set here, 100 is the largest data, while the minimum data is here 71. So the range is given by 100 minus 71. So that is the largest data minus the smallest data, and which is equal to 29. Now we take the merits and demerits of range. So first we take the merits of range. So it is the simplest of the measure of dispersion. So we know that here there are few parts of the measure of dispersion, like mean deviation, standard deviation, range and the quartile deviation, and among them the range is the simplest of the measure of dispersion. Next, easy to calculate. The range can be calculated easily, so it is a merit part of the range. Next, easy to understand. It is also understandable. It is not difficult to understand here, so it is quite easy. And the last point of merit is here, independent of the change of origin. Means if we want to change the origin, then the range is not also affected by this here. So it means it is independent of change of origin. Now we take the demerits of range. First, it is based on two extreme observations, hence get affected by fluctuations. So it is based on two extreme observations, because we know that here it is calculated by the maximum and the minimum data. So it is depending on only two extreme observations and get affected by fluctuations. So definitely it is affected by fluctuations in the data set. Second, a range is not a reliable measure of dispersion. It is not a reliable measure of dispersion because it is depending on the two data set, only two parts of data. One is maximum data and one is minimum data. It is not depend on all the data here. So it is not a reliable measure of dispersion. And the last point is here dependent on the change of scale. So So this range is depends on the change of scale. Okay, so these are the merits and demerits of range. Next we take up another measure of dispersion, and that is here mean deviation. Mean deviation is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviations of the observations from a measure of central tendency. So mean deviation is the arithmetic mean of the absolute deviations of the observations from a measure of central tendency. And we can say, if we take the data here, x1, x2, x3 until xn these are the observations or the data, then the mean deviation of x about the average A, and A may be here mean, median or mode. Then the mean deviation is given by about the average A is given by here by the formula 1 upon n and sigma modulus xi minus A. So it means here we can calculate the mean deviation by a formula, and first we have to see mean deviation is about the average A. It is given by a formula. We have seen the formula here. It is 1 upon n sigma xi minus A. N means here the total number of data, xi represents here the data, and A represents here the average value. It may be mean, median or mode. So for a group frequency distribution, mean deviation about the average A is given by 1 upon n sigma fi into modulus xi minus A. So mean deviation about the average A is given by a formula, and in this formula we have seen here n, capital N shows the total number of data, while fi represents the frequencies, xi represents the data set, and A is the average value about which the mean deviation is to be taken. So A may be here mean, median or mode here. Now we take example here to understand. Suppose we have some data here like 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, 8 and 12, and the question is here, find the mean deviation from the mean here. So we have to find mean deviation about the mean in this question for these data, and to solve this question here, we have to first write the formula for the mean deviation, and the mean deviation is given by here sigma xi minus x bar upon n. So to calculate this one here, first of all we are required to find x bar here the mean value, and we know that here frequencies are not given, so x bar is equal to simply the summation of data divided by n. The sum of data means here like 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 12 plus 13 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12 and divided by n, and n is equal to here 8, the total number of data. So after calculation we will get here x bar is equal to 9. So 9 is the mean value, and to calculate the mean deviation about mean, first of all we have to make a table. In the table we can see here the first column represents here xi, the second column we are taking xi minus x bar, and in the third column we take the absolute values of xi minus x bar. So the data of xi are given that here, so just we have to write them. Next we have to take xi minus x bar, so like it is 6 minus 9, 9 is the mean here. So 6 minus 9, it is 7 minus 9, it is 10 minus 9, 12 minus 9. So in this way we can calculate here xi minus x bar, and the values are minus 3, minus 2, 1, 3, 4, minus 5, minus 1 and 3. And now in the next column we have to take their absolute values. So these are 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 3. So just now after this here we have to add these values here. So we have to take summation of absolute value xi minus x bar, and this is coming here 22. So mean deviation about the mean is given by sigma xi minus x bar in modulus upon n. So just we have to put the values. The value of sigma xi minus x bar in modulus is 22, and divide by n, and n is here 8. So just after calculation we got the value 2.75. So 2.75 is the mean deviation. Now we take the merits and demerits of mean deviation. So first we take the merits of mean deviation. So the first point is here based on all observations. So mean deviation is important here because it depends on all observations. So it is a beneficial point for the mean deviation. Second is here it provides a minimum value when the deviations are taken from the median. So we can see if we take the deviation from median, so the mean deviation will give the minimum value. And the third point is here independent of change of origin. So again, on changing the origin, the mean deviation is not affected, so it will remain same. It is independent of change of origin. And now we take the demerits of mean deviation. First point, not easily understandable. So it is somewhat difficult to understand here the mean deviation due to modulus here. Second point, its calculation is not easy. So its calculation is little bit difficult here. Third point is here dependent on the change of scale. So we can see here, so means when we change the scale here, then the mean deviation is also changed here. So it depends on the change of scales. It is not independent. And the last point of demerit, ignorance of negative sign creates artificiality. So because we are ignoring the negative sign here due to modulus here, so just it creates an artificiality here and becomes used as for further mathematical treatment, and that's why it is not very important for the calculation of the further mathematical treatments and further parts of mathematics. So in this way we have today we have studied the topic of range and mean deviation, part of the measure of dispersion, and we have taken some examples to clear it. So thank you.